Hey guys, it's Misty Eyez, and I'm here with Queens of the Week. This week's topic is from Lucy, and she wants to know our thoughts on the new TV show, My Husband Is Not Gay. And she wants to address 3 topics of it. Number 1, is being gay a choice? Number 2, does not having gay sex make you straight? And number 3, what are your overall thoughts? Number 1, being gay is definitely not a choice. It's like having blue eyes. You can wear contacts, but at the end of the day, you take off your contacts and you still have blue eyes. You can put on a wedding ring that belongs to a woman, but at the end of the day, you're still a queer, you're still homo, you're still attracted to men. And I grew up in the church. I grew up in the church with a lot of closeted men that practiced the celibate lifestyle where it's basically they were caught in between the thing where it was, love the sinner, hate the sin. So as long as you just never commit the sin, you're not a sinner. But see, that's just fucked up. Hardcore. It's not their fault they're attracted to men. Why would God give you a temptation of something that he never wanted you to ever do? Can you imagine if you were attracted to vagina or pussy and you could never touch it because it was a sin? You're going to hell? There's a major group called Exodus. It was an ex-gay ministries, and I believe it was in Arkansas. And the 2 founders and or president CEOs of ex-gay ministries, after like 20 years of running ex-gay ministries called Exodus, they gave up and started to, they moved in together and married each other. And wrote a huge apology to all the people that ever believed in their ministry, because they, after like 20 years of fighting, they realized they're not going to be able to fight anymore. I truly do believe that homosexuality is genetic. I think that it truly is like having blue eyes. It's truly like having brown hair. You can color it. You could try to walk butch. You can fake it. But just because you fake it doesn't mean you're suddenly going to crave vagina. I'm like, really? Ugh, people are weird. I understand why people would definitely go into ex-gay ministries. I thought about going into ex-gay ministries many, many, many times. I was definitely wanting to be ex-gay. I knew I was gay since I was 9 years old. And there were times when I would not practice. I would live a celibate lifestyle for many, 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 many years. And then, all of a sudden, I couldn't do it anymore. I was overcome with temptation. But the thing is, I don't think gay sex is wrong. I don't. Especially when it's done in a loving, consensual environment. Just like straight sex. Premarital sex in the church is wrong, yes. But what about premarital gay sex? Maybe not. Maybe that's wrong too. I don't know. But if you're going to believe that you don't use your body just for pleasure, but for love and marriage, then it should be fair for both. Because I think that's what I was caught up as a child when I was a practicing homosexual at a very young age of 9 years old. My thing was, you can't have sex with a girl until you're married, so I never did. Plus, I wasn't tempted to. I never wanted to. I never wanted to have sex with any of my fiancés. It was not a temptation. It was just, oh, we have to wait until we're married. But with boys, back when I was little, gay marriage was not even an idea. It wasn't an option. It wasn't even a possibility. And so I was like, well, I can't marry them, so I might as well just have sex with them. I don't know how that was justified in my head. But there were times when I would go around and around. And if I was dating a girl, I definitely didn't ever cheat. I'm not a cheater. I've never cheated on anybody. I've had an ex that I wanted to cheat on. Oh, it was horrible. But I couldn't do it. I'm weird. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely think that if you're gay, you're gay. You can't fight it. And those people that are choosing to be homosexuals but forcing themselves on a heterosexual lifestyle, I don't think that's fair, because it's basically, can you imagine marrying your brother? Whether you're male or female, I guess it doesn't matter, but can you imagine marrying your brother? I was thinking of if you were a girl, but your brother doesn't want to have sex with you. I don't know. To me, that's what it would be like, marrying your brother or your best boy gay friend, and you're like, hey, let's, try to make some babies. And thank God with technology today, you can actually do, like, help with the doctor. In vitro, I think it's called. But, oh, the ex-gays. So yeah, the funny part to me is my husband is not gay. It's like alcoholism. Let's say it's not genetic, which it is. It's been proven it is genetic. But if there's a gay gene, then how are they thinking they can fight this shit? I don't know. I was going somewhere, but I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, if it's a disease. Let's say it is a disease. It's like alcoholism. Once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic for the rest of your life. It's not something you can just be like, oh, I'm not an alcoholic anymore. But I don't think it's wrong, and it's not addictive. Oh my God. People are so dumb. We live in such a redneck, ignorant world. And I do feel bad for these here ex-gay homosexuals and their wives who are married to men that don't even love them like they should be loved. And fucked like they should be fucked. Oh, but yes. Oh, but no. It's all fucked up. It's a crazy world. It's a very, very, very crazy world. And I do think it's all wrong. All of it. It's very, very wrong. It's wrong. But that being said, if you are gay, you're gay. You could force yourself to have sex with a woman, pop out a kid or two. You could. But that doesn't make you straight. The same thing going for the heterosexual guys. If you are straight and you crave vagina and you think about pussy and you want vagina in a woman, but it's really hard to get a woman to have sex with you and you're tempted up by these little gay boys that are, horny and willing to suck a dick for free or whatever. That doesn't mean they're gay. I think it's so funny when people are like, oh, if he's getting his dick sucked by a man, he's gay. No, it doesn't mean that. Just because he's sucking a dick doesn't mean he's gay. Girl, homosexuality is genetic, but it's mostly what you crave. It's what you think of when you're, like, for example, when you're going to masturbate, what do you think of? What do you fantasize about? Do you fantasize about a husband? Probably not, if you're straight. But that doesn't mean you didn't blow your football player friends when you were in college. Or high school for guys. I guess they started earlier. Girls always do it in college. Yeah. Lucy from Matrix, you better come up with a sickening topic, bitch. My husband's not gay. And the funny thing about this show is they're honest. They tell their wives that they're gay. Their wives know they're gay when they get married. Can you imagine living with someone whose temptation, whose natural-born genetic disposition craves them red meat or red wine or whatever? they needed oxygen or whatever. But your wife was like, I'm going to marry you knowing that you never want to do that. And I'm going to support you in that decision because it's not me. And I'm going to help you not ever have. And then when you go out to dinner or you go on vacation and you're, you know, on a cruise or whatever, and your husband's looking at the random red wines walking by or the red meats, how is that going to make you feel? That shit's fucked up. Now, I do understand that a lot of when, especially in the 90s, when I would, you know, be talking to some of my gay friends, I know a lot of women who married gay men that were in the closet, and then once they come out, they're like, please don't leave me. I even know some trans women who are still married to their wives because their wives are like, please don't ever leave me. I don't want to be single. I would rather be with a woman than be alone. And that makes sense. But to actually know that you're going to marry a gay man who's trying to fight his temptation, bitch, that shit's hard. I did that shit for, oh God, years. 7 years of church camp and 4 years of college. It's horrible. I remember crying my blood out at the altars, like sweat and tears. Like, please take this away from me. I really wanted to be delivered. I thought it was like a demon oppression or something. Poor guys, poor wives, poor families. It's really, truly sad, and I do feel bad for them. Oh, and I just remembered the last part. Would I ever date someone that is truly attracted to the opposite sex? For me, that's really what I date. I date guys that are attracted to women. So that's always what I do. My last boyfriend, or the last guy I dated, I guess is pansexual. Where he did have gay relationships before me, but was a free spirit and that he was attracted to all genders. I don't know. So he was the closest thing to a gay guy I've dated in a very long time. But it's usually straight guys that give me attention. Yeah, it's very confusing. But yeah. So, yes, I would definitely date a straight guy who's attracted to women, the opposite gender of me. And I would definitely date a gay guy who is also the opposite gender of me. I'm very confused. Anyways, that was Misty Eyez with Queens of the Week. Loving you, Zizi.